You know, if I had two words to describe this movie, it would be
The monkey!
Greetings, my fancy viewers. Hope you're all doing well today. And today, I'm going to be reviewing Better Man, directed by Michael Gracie and starring Robbie Williams as himself, but as a monkey. So by looking at these trailer clips and the poster behind me, I bet you're thinking, what the hell is this movie? Well, it's a biopic based off of a famous British pop singer named Robbie Williams. And he wanted to make this biopic very unique about himself, so he decided that he wanted to be, well, a monkey in this movie. He wanted to show this animalistic nature that he sees himself as, so he's like, hey, why not go ahead and make me a monkey? And it's so weird to say, but it actually works. I don't think this film would be as good as it is without Robbie Williams being a monkey. And yes, this movie is fantastic. Can't believe I'm saying that. Now, when I first saw the trailer for this film, I was concerned, not because the movie looked weird about Robbie Williams being a monkey, but I was concerned because of the director. This is directed by Michael Gracie, who directed The Greatest Showman, which I hate. I love musicals, but The Greatest Showman is one of my least favorite musicals ever. I hate that musical. But luckily, this biopic musical, just floored me. Michael Gracie, I was not familiar with your game because this film just absolutely blew every expectation I had out of the water. This is one of the best biopics I've ever seen, and one of the best musicals I've seen in a very long time. This movie blows Wicked out of the water. One of the best things about this film is how it looks. The cinematography is just outstandingly good. And also the visual effects about Robbie Williams, like monkey CGI. The CGI is just brilliant. Well, it's to be expected because the CGI was done by the same studio that worked on the new Planet of the Apes films, which look beautiful. So, obviously the CGI was gonna look great. Robbie Williams just looks so, just real. Like, you just don't really even kind of get distracted by him being a monkey. You just kind of accept it as you're watching the movie because it just works so well. Which just blows my mind. But the cinematography is just some of the best I've seen in a very long time. There are moments where there are musical numbers that are just one long continuous take. Especially one in the middle of the film, it's like a 5-minute continuous take. It is one of the most impressive things I have seen in a film in a very long time. Like, it's just so well executed, it's gorgeous, it's just filled with life and color. Like, everything about this film with its visual design and the way it looks is just miles better than what we've gotten in the past few years of some musicals. Like, I don't know if you've seen Wicked, but that film was just way too oversaturated and just all the colors are just washed out of that film. This one is just, it's just gorgeous to look at. It's eye candy. It's just a sight to behold. Please see this on the big screen if you haven't done so, because it's just so good. It's such a pretty movie to look at. Now, as for the story, I mean, it's a biopic, so there isn't really much that the film can really do to make the story super out there or super, different from many other biopics that have come out. So as story-wise, it's just kind of formulaic as other biopics. But that's where Robbie Williams being a monkey comes in, that just elevates the story, because it just shows this animalistic nature of Robbie Williams and how he just, went through this crazy life of becoming famous from being a nobody to being one of the greatest pop singers in the UK. I know nothing about Robbie Williams going into this film, so I went in completely blind, not knowing the story. In fact, I didn't even know it was a biopic until a week before I saw the film. I was like, oh, this is not a just musical. It's an actual story based off someone's life. So, as a story, it's just really entertaining with Robbie Williams being a monkey, because it adds in this whole different level of storytelling, because it makes this world that Robbie Williams lived through, it makes his life seem just otherworldly. Especially the way how the film is shot as well, because they add in so many artistic creative visions of Robbie going through all these like different like journeys while he's going through this thing of life and going through all these different like crazy events. Especially there's this one moment during like this Live Aid concert where it's just pandemonium. I won't say what happens in there, but it's pretty much just like a gladiatorial battle during like a music concert, and it's just so well executed, but also very important to the story because it's just so weird and unique. Like, I've never seen a musical do something like this where they make a real life story, but they add in like such a unique twist and element to it that just makes it so much more engaging. Like, it just makes it seem fresh and new, which is something that we really need for the biopic genre because every other biopic just seems the same nowadays. Just this whole premise of Robbie being a monkey in this movie is just so creative and just well executed. You see Robbie just go apeshit, pun intended, for him going through this just giant journey of him becoming famous, him going through a hard time with addiction, him going through troubles of like with his friends and family and his wife. Just everything that happens in this film is just so well, one, just like it seems like a roller coaster because of how intense it is and how insane it is, but also it's just like really sad seeing, well, this monkey go through all of these horrific things of like addiction and, you know, being famous and everything. It's just, I don't know, like I feel like I wouldn't have been invested as in the film if Robbie Williams wasn't a monkey. So this one little touch just adds in so much to this film. It's the best part. And the music is actually really good. I mean, pop is definitely not my music taste. In fact, I don't even like pop. I find pop music to be kind of annoying, honestly. But this one, I don't know. It's just like something about it. Maybe it's, you know, the British accent, who knows? But it's just really entertaining to listen to. Like, I've been listening to the soundtrack like on repeat, like over and over and over this week since I saw the film on Monday. Like, it's just really damn catchy. I mean, call me a fan now for Robbie Williams, I guess. I mean, this movie, I had no idea who he was going in, but now, call me a fan. And there are also other really creative visions in this film as well. So for example, is that Robbie, he's going through like some like struggles of like his inner demons, like his insecurities and his like troubles of going through life. And there's something that they do in this film where it's literally like Robbie is fighting off his demons. Like, he's just surrounded by his demons, which are like other forms of monkeys as well, and all that visual effects looks great too. And it's just like Robbie going through this horrific time of like, you know, just the struggles and pain of his inner demons, and the way how the film portrays it, it had me really invested. It actually had me feeling pretty sorry for Robbie. Like, damn, like this film actually got me a little tear jerky, not gonna lie. Like, there were a few times where I actually got a little bit misty-eyed. Like, who would have thought that I would cry during a Robbie Williams biopic where he's a monkey? Like, who knew? Like, I'm just floored by this film. Don't let the trailer, like, you know, turn you away from this. Like, trust me, this is worth watching. It's not only a great musical, it's a great biopic. The visuals and camera work are some of the best I've seen, like, in a long time. I'd say the visual effects and camera work here is better than, like, almost anything we've gotten last year. This would have been in, like, my top 10 of last year if I got to see it. I know there was, like, an early screening last year, but, now it's finally at a full release, so now I got to see it, and I'm so happy I did. I highly recommend you all go and see it because this one is worth a watch, especially if you love musicals like I do. Which is why I would love to bestow upon Better Man the Diamond Top Hat. This is like the biggest surprise of the year already. I know this is only my second review of the year, but I have a feeling that this will be in my top 10. I loved this film. I highly recommend you go out and see it. Please, especially if you want to love musicals like I do. Like, it's just such a damn good movie. Like, please watch it. It's tanking at the box office, so if we can give this movie more money, that's a win for me. To all my fancy viewers out there, thank you so much for watching. But it's your first time here and you like what you've seen, be sure to subscribe for more content. And have you seen Better Man? Like I said, please do. But what did you think about it if you did see it? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you have a fantastic night, and as always, stay fancy.